Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I am talking about 5 ways to become unstoppable, unbothered, and unashamed. And why am I talking about this? Because I think now more than ever, we are in desperate need of people with bold resilience. We are in desperate need of people who are going to think outside the box, people who are going to be separate, the wheat from the tare. We are in need of people who are unashamed to say what the truth is and unashamed to talk about the truth. And so I'm going to share 5 steps that I have been taking and that have helped me to become more unbothered, more unstoppable, and more unashamed mentally to tell the truth. So, first, this is a fitness channel, right? So, I always talk about the benefits of getting healthy. Now, this is not just a physical health, but also a mental health. I've talked about this several times before, but when you lift weights, when you go to the gym every morning and you do something challenging, you exercise a muscle in your brain that trains you to deal with life in the same way that you deal with a weight in the gym. That's why, Christian fitness people, we love saying iron sharpens iron because, yes, like lifting weights in the gym, being around people who are going to strengthen you makes you stronger. So, getting stronger physically actually changes the chemistry of your brain. The fact that you have to push through pain, the fact that you have to do something that you don't want to do, the fact that you have to say, oh gosh, I really don't want to wake up this morning and go to the gym. I really don't want to eat vegetables. I'd just rather eat fast food. And then you do the right thing anyway. That in and of itself builds confidence. And when you are confident, you are more likely to speak truth. You are more likely to be more assured of yourself. So, getting fit and healthy is the number one goal I have for becoming unstoppable and unashamed. A lot of people are afraid to speak up because they're not confident in themselves. They might say, oh my gosh, what if someone doesn't like me? What if someone says that I'm wrong? What if child, who cares? People are going to say that you're wrong. The old phrase, right? People said, people made fun of Jesus. Jesus was perfect. And if you're speaking truth, there's always going to be someone who doesn't want the truth to come out. And so if you can practice being mentally tough by being physically strong, mentally strong, the strongest people I know are the people who can control what they put in their mouths. It is a discipline. It is a discipline to be fit and healthy. Also, when you work out, you don't live in a state of depression. People who work out have a very hard time being depressed because of the chemical changes that happen when you exercise, the endorphins. It's really hard to override endorphins. So when you work out, it's really hard to stay in a depressed state. When you eat fruits and vegetables, it's hard to stay in a depressed state. When you're getting enough sunlight, it's hard to stay in a depressed state. And this is why it's so important to be fit and healthy if you want to be someone who is unbothered and unashamed and unstoppable in life. Number 2, I talked about the strongest people being the people who can control what they put in their mouth. It's also the people who can redirect these thoughts. Mastering your mindset. As a believer, the Bible tells us you need to put your thoughts, focus your thoughts on that is pure and good and righteous, not whatever the news is saying, whatever other people are saying. That is the biggest fear I think a lot of us have, is like what other people will say. And when you can really focus your mind on this is right, this is the right thing, then you don't really think about whether or not people are going to dissent or people are going to say negative things about you. Master what's going on up here. When you have a negative thought that is untrue, right? Because there are thoughts that are untrue, negative thoughts that are untrue. You have to be able to say, that's not true. Nope, not going to go there. You can even say it like out loud. I don't think there's anything wrong with talking to yourself. Say it out loud. That's not true. Nope, that's not true. Say it. you will stop the negativity in its tracks. And I know people have a problem with like thought stopping, but it's the same thing when Christians are like, oh, go read your Bible. Yeah, because what you're doing is you're meditating on something that's different. You're meditating on something that's positive, something that's true, that's right and holy, that's in the Bible. It's the same thing. Go put your mind on something that's true. Change your mindset. Say, okay, I'm not going to sit here and think about what a terrible life I have. Number one, it's not productive. And number two, it's not right. Like as believers, it's not right. Right? Number three, develop grit and resilience. So you can do this in a couple of ways. Number one, go to the gym. Number one, do hard things physically. That's really good. The second way is to practice putting yourself in situations, I know, where people are not saying nice things about you. Now, this doesn't mean that they're being rude or disrespectful, but I'll give you an example. I have opinions about things that I know are not popular. And sometimes I don't share them because I realize that I don't share them because I sometimes don't want to I just don't want to battle back and forth with people. But I decided that in order to develop my resilience, my mental resilience, I need to actually share those things and like read the negative comments and be okay with the disrespect. Yes, be okay with it because not everyone is going to combat you in a respectful way. And I can't be afraid of disrespect. I can't be afraid of negativity. So I have recently started just sharing things that I believe and that I know are true. And I've said, okay, whatever comes, I'm going to read the comments. I'm going to be okay with it. I'm going to work on taking hits. Now, the key with the taking hits is you have to be able to bounce back. Like you have to do that with this thought mindset in mind. The mindset is, oh, I'm going to take these, but I know that they're not personal. I have to learn how to not take things personally. That's why you do that. So in order to not take things personally, you have to practice it. You have to practice being in a situation where someone is saying something and you don't take it personally. So I put myself in those positions so that I could build thick skin. And the more thick skin that I have, the more I'm unashamed to tell the truth and unashamed to say, to speak the truth, because now I'm not worried that someone is going to say something that's going to like hurt my little feelings because I've built up that resilience. Number 4, build some habits. So I think you have to do all of these things repeatedly. That's the key. So I'm talking about putting yourself in situations where you need to accept some maybe some dissent or some attacks. I'm saying that you have to master your mindset. I'm saying that you have to go to the gym and get healthy, but you have to actually do that over a long period of time. The habit building piece is really, really important because if you just do this once or twice, it doesn't really make you this kind of person all around. So keep these as habits. And the last thing I want to say is you need to surround yourself with people who are mentally tough as well. Find people or listen to people who are also mentally tough and get inspired by them to tell the truth. I think this is why it's so important, like daily, to read the word and also like listen to sermons and listen to podcasts and listen to other people who are telling the truth, because it inspires us to be resilient in that way, which is a really healthy trait. If you want to be someone who is going to go for a task, you have to be able to withstand dissent. You have to be able to withstand personal attacks. You have to be able to withstand insults. And the people watching other people go through that will help you to learn how to navigate that. It will teach you to navigate that properly. So surround yourself with people who are also resilient, who are tough, who are mentally tough and make that your norm. There is some truth to the people that, the quote that says, you are like most like the 5 people that you hang out with. It's true. It's true because you pick up on those habits. So if you want to be unstoppable and unbothered and not, moving by every whim, which way, whatever the wind blows, I'm thinking about what other people are saying. No, you need to implement these 5 strategies. I can tell you that they have helped me to be more bold and to be more honest and to be more straightforward. And it doesn't mean being rude. It means, I can, in a classy, kind, and respectful way, say, no, respectfully, this is the truth. And I'm not afraid and not ashamed to say it. And you can dislike me if you want. That's okay. I don't care. I live for an audience of one. Because there's a lot of people who are disliked but respected. People respect, and people will, to be honest, people will sort of dim their dislike if they respect you. They can't help but respect you. So that's it for today's video. If you guys like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.